When the lights dim in a crowded theater and the projector flickers to life, a film does more than just begin, it transports. In Africa, a continent often misunderstood and misrepresented, cinema has emerged as a powerful medium through which its people reclaim narratives and tell their own diverse stories. From the vibrant pulse of Nollywood's drama to the poetic silence of the Sahara in Mauritanian films, African cinema is not just watching a movie, it's an experience, a journey across a continent rich in culture, language, and history. African cinema started as a whisper, a faint voice slowly rising amid the clamor of colonial narratives. Pioneers like Ousmane Sembène of Senegal dared to dream of a cinema crafted by Africans for Africa. This was in the 1960s when most of Africa was wrestling for, or just reclaiming, independence from colonial powers. These filmmakers didn't just use the camera to tell stories, they wielded it as a weapon against the oppression and stereotypes imposed by colonial rulers. The cinema halls became arenas where Africans could engage with their history and dreams through their own lens. This era laid down the foundations for what would become a diverse and dynamic cinematic landscape, echoing the complex histories and aspirations of its people. In the bustling streets of Lagos, a revolution was brewing in the late 20th century that would catapult Nigerian cinema to global fame. Dubbed Nollywood, this film industry has become the second largest in the world by volume, producing about 2,500 films annually. Nollywood's narrative style is unique, blending traditional African storytelling with elements of melodrama and magic realism. Filmmakers like Kunle Afolayan and Genevieve Naji have not only gained national fame, but have also placed Nollywood on the international map with their compelling narratives and bold directorial choices. Themes of family, corruption, religion, and love dominate Nollywood films, offering both a mirror and a microscope into Nigerian society, reflecting its vibrant culture and complex social issues. North Africa's cinematic tapestry is richly woven with threads from both Arab and African heritage. Egypt, with its historical Hollywood of the Middle East status, has led the charge, producing films that resonate deeply with both regional and international audiences. Countries like Algeria and Morocco have also made significant contributions, with films often exploring themes of identity, resistance, and social cohesion. Directors such as Youssef Chahine and Nabil Ayouch use cinema as a canvas to portray their society's struggles and triumphs. The films from this region are often characterized by their poetic narrative style, which combines realistic portrayals with symbolic storytelling, bridging the gap between the personal and the political. East Africa, often overlooked in discussions of African cinema, offers its own unique and vibrant film scene. In countries like Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, filmmakers work with shoestring budgets but immense creativity. They're crafting stories that resonate deeply within their communities, often in native languages like Swahili, which adds an authentic flavor that foreign films cannot replicate. Directors such as Wanuri Kahiu from Kenya have gained international attention for their work, which often explores complex social issues through accessible narratives. Kahiu's film Rafiki, for instance, challenged prevailing norms and censorship, sparking conversations on freedom of expression and LGBTQ rights in Kenya. The rise of film festivals in the region, like the Zanzibar International Film Festival, has also provided a platform for East African filmmakers to showcase their work and engage with a wider audience, fostering a growing appreciation for their distinct narrative voices and cinematic techniques. West Africa has been a powerhouse in African cinema, with a rich history of filmmaking influenced by both colonial legacies and post-independence cultural renaissance. The region has produced iconic filmmakers like Ousmane Sembène, often dubbed the father of African cinema, who used his films as a form of social critique and a means to elevate African voices. Today, new wave directors from West Africa are continuing this tradition, blending traditional storytelling with modern cinematic techniques. Films from this region often tackle themes of identity, colonial impact, and the clash between tradition and modernity, offering a profound commentary on contemporary African life. The linguistic diversity in West Africa, with films produced in languages ranging from French to Wolof, enriches its cinema, allowing for a nuanced exploration of cultural identities and fostering a deeper connection with local audiences. South Africa's film industry stands out for its historical depth and the diversity of its productions. The industry has navigated the complex terrain of its apartheid past to emerge as a significant player on the continent. Films here often deal with issues of race, inequality and reconciliation, providing a cathartic platform for storytelling and reflection. Directors like Neil Blomkamp have brought international attention to South African cinema with works like District 9, which cleverly uses science fiction to comment on issues of xenophobia and segregation. Meanwhile, films like Tsotsi and Sarafina provide poignant insights into the socio-political landscape of South Africa, blending entertainment with potent social commentary. The South African film industry also benefits from robust government support and relatively strong infrastructure, making it a pivotal center for film production in Africa. Its films continue to resonate not just locally but globally, showcasing the universal appeal of South African narratives. Language plays a pivotal role in African cinema, acting as both a barrier and a bridge. Multilingual storytelling is common, with films often incorporating 2 or more languages, reflecting the continent's linguistic diversity. This not only makes the films culturally rich, but also accessible to a broader audience. Films like Timbuktu, which uses multiple languages, illustrate the complex interplay between different ethnic groups in Mali. This multilingual approach not only enhances the authenticity of the characters' experiences, but also mirrors the everyday realities of many African societies where multiple languages coexist and interact. Moreover, the use of indigenous languages in films has been instrumental in preserving cultural heritage and fostering pride among local communities. It challenges the dominance of colonial languages and asserts a narrative sovereignty, allowing Africans to tell their stories in their own words. African filmmakers are increasingly adopting innovative techniques to tell their stories, reflecting both the constraints they face and their creative aspirations. Animation, for example, has seen a surge in popularity, with studios like Nigeria's Ant Hill Studios producing compelling animated shorts that are culturally relevant and widely accessible. Documentary filmmaking has also become a vital tool for African directors to explore social, political, and environmental issues. Films like The Square, a documentary about the Egyptian Revolution, provide an intimate and powerful portrayal of key historical events, offering perspectives often overlooked in mainstream media. Experimental cinema is yet another area where African filmmakers are making their mark. By blending various genres and using non-traditional narrative structures, they are pushing the boundaries of what African cinema can be, challenging audiences to engage with film in new and unexpected ways. Film in Africa is not just entertainment, it is a potent medium for social commentary and change. African cinema often tackles issues that are central to the lives of its audiences, such as poverty, corruption, and gender inequality, making it a powerful tool for raising awareness and prompting action. Films like Tsotsi, which deals with crime and redemption in South Africa, or Pili, which confronts the harsh realities of HIV in rural Tanzania, not only bring critical issues to the forefront, but also humanize the people affected by them. These stories help to foster empathy and understanding, bridging cultural and economic divides. Moreover, African cinema's role in social change is increasingly recognized, with filmmakers using the medium to challenge societal norms and advocate for justice and equality. By doing so, they are not only reflecting societal issues, but actively participating in shaping the future of their communities. African cinema has transcended continental boundaries, making a mark on the global stage. Films from Africa are regularly featured in international film festivals like Cannes, Berlin, and Sundance, where they have received critical acclaim and won prestigious awards. The global reach of African cinema is not just a testament to its artistic quality, but also its universal relevance. Films like Beasts of No Nation have found international audiences on platforms like Netflix, highlighting the global appetite for diverse and authentic stories from Africa. Collaborations between African filmmakers and international studios have also increased, bringing more resources and wider distribution networks to African cinema. This not only enhances the production quality, but also expands the audience base, ensuring that African stories reach and resonate with people around the world. Despite its growth and success, African cinema faces significant challenges. Financial constraints are a major hurdle, with many filmmakers struggling to secure funding for their projects. The lack of infrastructure and professional training also impedes the development of the industry in many African countries. Distribution remains another critical challenge. African films often have limited theatrical releases even within their own countries and struggle to compete with foreign films that dominate the market. This is compounded by the prevalence of piracy, which severely affects the profitability of film ventures. Censorship and political interference also pose significant obstacles. In many African countries, filmmakers must navigate complex bureaucracies and restrictive regulations that can stifle creativity and impede the production of politically sensitive content. The future of African cinema, while fraught with challenges, is also ripe with opportunity. The rise of digital technology and platforms has democratized film production and distribution, allowing more filmmakers to tell their stories and reach a global audience. The increasing involvement of young filmmakers who are both innovative and eager to explore new storytelling techniques promises a dynamic future for African cinema. These young creatives are not only embracing traditional forms, but are also experimenting with new media, including virtual reality and interactive storytelling, to engage audiences in novel ways. Moreover, the growing global interest in diverse and authentic narratives offers African cinema a unique opportunity to expand its influence and audience. With continued investment and support, the industry can continue to grow, providing a vibrant platform for African voices and stories to be heard around the world. African cinema, a vibrant and evolving art form, reflects the heart and soul of a diverse continent. From its early days as a tool against colonialism to its current status as a global cinematic force, African film has consistently showcased the resilience, creativity, and spirit of its people. As we've explored, the journey of African cinema is marked by both significant achievements and formidable challenges. However, the unyielding passion of African filmmakers ensures that the industry continues to thrive and evolve, pushing boundaries and telling stories that matter. In conclusion, the journey of African cinema is far from complete. It is an ongoing narrative of struggle, triumph, and creativity. A narrative that deserves a global audience and recognition. As more filmmakers emerge, and as the world becomes more interconnected, the stories of Africa will continue to inspire, challenge, and transform audiences, both on the continent and beyond. Through its films, Africa speaks, a voice of past wisdoms and future possibilities, ever vibrant, ever evolving, ever powerful.